Hello and welcome to the Sat on My Butt channel. I've got the Nooie outdoor CCTV camera for review. Yes, Nooie or Nooie.com sell a range of cameras indoors and outdoors. They do a doorbell and they do things like smart plugs, etc. Stuff like that. Go and check them out, Nooie.com. As I said, I've got their outdoor CCTV camera for review. Now, in the box, you'll get the camera itself, and it's got 10 feet of lead there with a USB adapter on the end there, the USB plug, not an adapter. You get a plug, and I mentioned the plug because quite often with USB devices now, they don't include it. They just assume they've got them. But no, you get a plug. You get the mounting plate for the Nooie. You get screws and raw plugs and even cable clips, and you get 2 sets of the screws and raw plugs. Very impressed, and especially with the cable clips, you never normally get something like that in a box. And an instruction manual that, on this one, I highly recommend you read. I don't read instruction manuals. You need to on this, and that is because set up this camera indoors with the app that you can get for Apple and Android. Get it set up first and then go out and put your camera up wherever you want to put it. It is 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Once mounted, now we mounted this outside for review. I haven't had it put up properly yet. It is going to be put up properly, but I wanted to actually have the camera in my hand, so I didn't want to put it up properly. It was mounted on a deck post. Now, to mount the camera is quite easy. As I say, the plate there that we screwed onto a deck post, it will say top, so you know which way is up, but as I said, there's a little copper sprung piece in the bottom there. So that will be sitting on the deck post, and then on the camera, as you look at the base, there's a hole, and then there is a dot. You line up that sprung piece with the dot, pushes in, and you turn it until it clicks into place through that hole there. And then if you want to take the camera down, you would need, a small, like a paper clip or something to push up into there to push that sprung piece back, so you could then unscrew it or unclip it. It's like a bayonet type fitting situation there. Very, very easy to put up wherever you want it. The picture quality is quite good in the distance. It was quite windy where some of the shrubs were blowing about. It got a little pixelated out around about 50 feet. And the night vision quality was very satisfactory indeed. Again, out to about 50 feet, although the daytime films right to the end of our garden, which is at 100 feet. Nighttime, it's covering about 50 feet on the infrared, and it's a very nice picture. It's got some decent infrared lights in there to give a good coverage, really light up that picture. The camera itself, now, it's got 80 degrees up and down, so wide range, and at the base it will rotate 360 degrees, and you get a 107 degree view from the camera itself, so it really does cover a nice area. You can either have this filming permanently, or you can have it based on either detection of sound or movement, and within the app you can pull out an area where you want it to detect movement. So if it's covering your front door and you've got a road out there, you can just put it so if somebody walks onto your property, it's covering that and not every car that goes past. Inside here at the bottom there, you go 2 small screws. Under there's the reset button. And there's also an SD card slot, and it tells me something about the SD card here. I know that. I think it takes up to 128 gigabytes of SD, and it will store the data on there, and via the app you can then rewind and look through your footage, or via the app you can subscribe to the Nooie cloud where everything is uploaded, and then obviously you can access that remotely, and so can anybody else you give access to, which is a really good idea. The only downside I'm going to say is we've got a Ring doorbell, so we've subscribed to that per month. Not a lot, only a couple of quid. So if we put this out, it's another subscription. So I would suggest if you're getting the Nooie camera, get yourself a Nooie doorbell, etc. because it just makes more sense to have all your recordings in one place and pay one subscription. It is IP66 rated, weatherproof, UV resistant. As I said, motion sound detection. It has got a two-way. There's a speaker in the bottom there. You can, via the app, press a button and an alarm will sound, or you can talk through to the camera and it filters ambient noise. When I put this out, there's the daytime image there. Next door's kids were so up the end of our garden and across into theirs. We're jumping up and down on the trampoline, making a right old racket, and the camera wasn't picking them up. So I really do like that feature. I think that is a really, really good idea. 1080p, 15 frames per second. It's got an LED on the front, which will flash, will be white. It will tell you it's on. It also flashes different colours for when you are pairing it, stuff like that, just to tell you what's happening. You can turn that on or off, which I also like, because sometimes people like their CCTV to be a little bit covert. Yes, I know it's bright white, but they do. You can cover that in vinyl. And so turning the LED light off is a nice, handy little feature. Go and check them out. This will cost you, it's a recommended retail price of $49.99 at the moment. At time of review, it's £36.54 at Amazon. There is the link down below on YouTube and also on the written review at satonmybutt.co.uk. Obviously not the most amazing quality of cameras you could get out there on the market. You know, I'm not going to go, oh my God, because now we're getting two 4K cameras, which are just absolutely perfect. But for 50 quid, this is a really decent camera that will give you peace of mind and security to your home, workplace, etc. Whatever. Absolutely just a stunning little camera. I do have one quibble. And there's one thing I don't like about this, and it's this. Now, I've got a ruler here. It reaches forward. I wasn't prepared. It's got a USB plug on the end to power it. So, we're looking at, you're going to need a couple of centimetres by 1 centimetre minimum to get this through a wall. And you all know what it's like when you put a hole through a wall and try and pass something through. That hole needs to be bigger because it's just not going to go. This is the downfall of this product, is what I'm going to say, because I've got to put a hole in the wall to get a USB lead through, a USB socket through. And that's a real shame. I mean, I'm going to cut it and I'm going to resplice it once it comes through the hole. Or you could run out a USB socket weatherproof box outside and plug in via that. But I think if they just put like a micro USB on there, USB-C, something like that, it would have just, I wouldn't have been able to find any real faults with this budget priced camera at all. Real shame. Go and check them out. Nooie.com, or as I say, the link for Amazon is on there. A cracking little camera, and it's going to be going up and it is going to be used here. We're going to put it out the back. It will be looking out to the garden. As I said, we've got another brand doorbell at the front taking care of that, but any addition would then go at the front. Nooie.com, their outdoor CCTV camera. That is that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the old channel, the voice is going. I will see you next time. Take care. Take care. That's better.